In the last video, which went splendidly, I made a racetrack for Assetto Corsa based on what Tommo described as the racetrack of his dreams. Today's the day we race on it. If you'd like to get this track for yourself, the link to my Patreon where you can find this track for $3 is down in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2024 Margista Grand Prix, first race of the season. But before that, the results of qualifying. Here's what the starting grid looks like. In last place, as per usual, is the Freedom Tower, joined by Kevin Magnussen. P18, Pierre Gasly, joined by Lance Stroll, who suffered a skill issue in Q1. Moving further up to P16, we have Esteban Ocon, and the smile was also wiped from Daniel Ricciardo's face, just missing out on Q2. Who made it into Q2, however, is Yuki Tsunoda by the slightest of margins. The Hulk starting right next to Yuki and not afraid to send it. In P12, somehow, we have Valtteri Bottas, joined by Alex Albon in P11. Last in Q3, George Russell, joined by a very surprising P9 from Charles Leclerc. Carlos Sainz beating his teammate by the slightest of margins too, and all things considered, quite an average qualifying result for Sergio Perez. The 7.5-time world champion comfortably taking P6, along with the biggest surprise of today, Zhou Guanyu, who seems to have been updated by the Chinese government, starting P5. The two McLarens filling up the second row, this just spells double DNF. And finally, the front row, colonized by Maximum Verstappen and the GOAT himself, Magic Fernando Alonso. Their Q3 times split by only 0.004 of a second. There is no budget for a formation lap, nor the big-ass Rolex counting down the seconds till the race, so we're just gonna eyeball it. Alright, let's do this! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the race is rolling. Verstappen with an amazing start passes Alonso before turn 1, as always. Piastri momentarily gets ahead of Lando Norris. Wow. Oh, there's contact between the two McLarens. So much smoke on the apex of turn 2. Logan Sargent turns into Magnussen as well. Verstappen leads, followed by Alonso and Piastri. And yeah, look at that. Perfect start from Max Verstappen, easily passing Alonso. This guy's good, but he could fuck off for a change. And Alonso was just left in the dust. Interesting. Very interesting. And look at Oscar Piastri here. Great start. And then it just sends it down the inside. Clean lunge. But Norris... Oh... Norris hits him from the side. That's not on Piastri at all. Yeah, look at that. Lando just loses it on the curb and smashes into his teammate. I knew these two in close vicinity would be trouble. Sergio Perez we have here. A very unfortunate time to lose his rear end and consequently his job as well. And as they're making their way up the Suzuka SS, we can enjoy the view and just be grateful, really, that we have the privilege of seeing this beauty as George Russell makes a move on Sergio Perez. They are alongside. He's trying. Oh, but he dips a wheel on the grass and he has to back out of the battle. What a shame. What a shame. He's Valtteri Bottas and Charles Leclerc, and he pushes him wide. Wow, Bottas is very, very aggressive today. Yeah, as we can see, Bottas just doesn't give him any room, just pushes him out. Aggressive. The interesting thing about F1 and videography is that on video, the cars sometimes look very, very slow. Like in this shot, I think it's just, oh, whoa, what happened? That's Daniel Ricciardo, I believe? That's Ricciardo in the wall. He was trying to catch his teammate Yuki Tsunoda as he just hits the first inside barrier, that upsets the car, and then he hits the second inside barrier, and it just sends him flying onto the side with nothing left of the first race but to retire. Ah, poor Daniel. Here we see Pierre Gasly making a move on his former teammate Yuki Tsunoda. Gasly goes around the outside and they touch! Gasly spun around twice and he smashes Yuki Tsunoda out of the track. And that just means a DNF for both of them. What a race. What a race this season opener is turning out to be. Wow. And yeah, you can see, whoa. That is not a nice situation to be in. Piastri goes off the track, and this is a chance for Lando Norris to retake P3, but oh no! He crashed into the barrier, and Lewis Hamilton scoops him up and flips him around. You can really see the danger these drivers face on a daily basis. Lando Norris is lucky to come off unscathed from this accident. And after all is accounted for, we've lost both Alpines, both AlphaTauris, Alex Albon, Zhou Guanyu, and Lando Norris from this race. And we're barely a third of the race in. It sounds like Piastri is having some engine issues. Let's hear what he has to say on the team radio. And he hits the wall and is launched in the air by Hamilton. Two McLarens in the span of 2 laps, both taken out by Lewis Hamilton on the same part of the track. I can't believe it. And yeah, he was super lucky to get out of there just like Lando. I imagine Zach Brown isn't going to be happy about this one. Here comes Sergio Perez on Carlos Sainz, a drag race down the main straight. He creeps closer and closer, inch by inch, as he dives down the inside. There seems to be quite a bit of contact, but Carlos Sainz is fighting furiously and won't give up the position that easily. They're almost side by side down the second straight, and they go side by side. They go, and Perez gets to the apex, closes the door, and gets the move done, right up to 4th. Alonso's gap to Verstappen is under a second, but he's definitely got to try to force him into a mistake. But if we know Verstappen, and I think we do, he doesn't make mistakes. Well, he proved me wrong immediately. Alonso swoops into the lead effortlessly, the willy old fox. And yeah, you can see just Verstappen understeering heavily. Alonso actually pressured him into a mistake. I can't believe this actually happened to Max Verstappen, the man that's been faultless the whole season, basically. And here's Logan Sargeant about to be lapped by Alonso, our race leader, going for the win, number 33. And Sargeant isn't respecting the blue flags too much, and Alonso's onto the grass. I wouldn't be too happy about that if I was Alonso, but he does have a comfortable lead. No need to panic just yet. He lets his teammate pass, and then he continues driving like nothing even happened. And Logan Sargeant understandably gets a 10-second penalty for ignoring blue flags. Around the final corner he goes, unscathed, unlike many today, and it's a celebration at the Aston Martin garage because this is win number 33 for the old veteran, and he breaks Verstappen's insane dominant streak. Fernando Alonso, the winner of the first race of the season. So the race results are as follows. Fernando Alonso, the winner and the fastest lap performer, takes the championship lead with maximum points this weekend, followed closely by Lewis Hamilton, Sergio Perez, Carlos Sainz, and George Russell. Valtteri Bottas rather surprisingly takes P6 and valuable points for Alfa Romeo. Nico Hülkenberg takes P7, Logan Sargeant plummets to P9 thanks to his penalty, making way to Charles Leclerc for P8. Finally, Lance Stroll and Kevin Magnussen round out the finishers in P10 and P11 respectively. A very surprising amount of DNFs, I must admit. I did not expect the first race to be so brutal. Now, if we take a look at the Drivers' Championship standings, nothing is going to change since this was just the first race. But the Constructors' Championship might tell us something new. Here we go, Mercedes takes the lead thanks to both cars finishing high up the grid, with 28 points, followed by Aston Martin in a close second with only 1 point less, which is impressive for a one-man team. After a big gap, we have Ferrari with 16 points, and again, just a point off Red Bull Racing with Perez carrying the team for once. Alfa Romeo takes 5th, which is highest they have ever been in anything, followed by Haas with Hulk's 6-point contribution. Williams gets points thanks to Logan Sargeant, surprisingly, and takes 7th in the Constructors' Championship. And McLaren, Alpine, and AlphaTauri with a big fat 0 finishing the list off. Now, I do hope that you've enjoyed watching this race. And again, if you'd like to race on the track yourself, whether against AI or your friends, the link to my Patreon is in the description. Also, give me feedback on what you'd like to see more of these videos. Until next time, subscribe.